And I always say, successful people make successful decisions. Broke people make broke decisions. And if you have broke friends who are not here, don't be surprised, because they make broke decisions. I mean, I always talk to the people about this business, and you hear a lot of excuses. A lot of excuses. One guy said, you know, I'm very busy. I can't do this. I'm very busy. I said, okay, that's okay. I understand. So I could help you with your contact. I have a lot of free time. He said, yeah, but I don't have any money. I said, wait a minute, you just told me you're busy. Now you don't have any money. Where is the common sense here? What do you do busy? You work for charities? No, I have a job. Oh, okay, so what does this job do? Explain to me. I don't know much about jobs. He said, well, they pay me, but you have to understand things are tight. I said, really? He said, what do you mean by tight? He said, well, I have a lot of bills. I said, that's good. You have a lot of friends. He said, what do you mean? I said, but why all your friends named Bill? He said, no, you misunderstood me. I mean, I have a lot of bills, and you have to understand I have a monkey on my back. I said, I don't see any monkey. Let me help you to get the monkey. Where is the monkey? He said, oh, you know, I got to get my ducks in a row. I said, wait a minute. Do we have a zoo here? No, you have to understand, you know, I have to tie up some loose ends. I said, do you need a screwdriver? No, you don't understand, you know. I mean, things are really difficult. I said, you're making it difficult. You have ducks. You have monkeys. You have loose ends, or whatever it is. I said, you know, I'm getting you. He said, I know what you mean. So why don't you do it? He said, well, I'm sitting on the fence. I said, be careful, you're going to scratch your butt. He said, no. Let me kick the tire first. And this guy is creating his own illusion. He's creating his own, he's in the zoo business now. He's carrying ducks. He's carrying monkeys. He's carrying robes with end losers. He's carrying loose ends. He's carrying everything in his mind. And then after all of this, he want to sit on the fence with all the monkeys on his back, all the ducks all over him, and kick tires. And then he say, my plate is full. And we just had lunch and he just finished his plate. So if you spend all your life worrying about ducks, worrying about monkeys, worrying about all of these things. One guy I talked to, he said, you know what, I mean, you're really good. I can't convince people like you convince. I can't do this. He was a doctor. I said to him, I believe you. I'm not going to argue with you. But I want you to tell me, why can't you convince? He said, because this and this and this and this. I said, stop. You just convinced me. You cannot convince. So why do you use your energy in the wrong convincing side, in the negative side? Why don't you use it in the positive side? This is only an opportunity. You could walk out just like you came here without this opportunity. But I want to ask you a question. I want you to answer yourself, In the last 5 years of your life, you made a lot of decisions. And the result, we're sitting all here. Whatever your results are. If you're happy with them, if you have everything you need and want in life, then I'm happy for you. But the reality is, there are not too many people are happy today, or even before. People who have money have no time. People who have time have no money. And people who have no money and time are in a deep, 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 deep problem. I mean, if you don't have no time, no money, like this guy, I'm too busy, I don't have money, he's too busy being broke. He keep doing the same thing every day. He goes to a job or a business or whatever every day, going in the same direction, hitting his head in the wall and bleed. And the next day, he go back and he said, the bleeding is not going to be the same this time. I'm going to go bleed this side. But I'm going to still go this direction because that's all I know. I say, hey, why don't you change your direction so you don't bleed? No, I want to keep bleeding because that's all I know. I'm going to go this way. And people make decisions based on what they know, even if it's bad. They're afraid to change. People make decisions based on two factors, fear and doubt. Fear and doubt. What if I lose my money? What if you make $1 million? See, people always think negative. People do things based on what if I lose, what if something happened to me, what if, and they think of all the negative instead of thinking of the positive. And if you don't see this opportunity, it's up to you, but I'm going to give you this example. When I came to this country, I went to college, and I wanted a car. So I went to this dealership, and this gentleman came to me with his suit and tie, and he said, I have the perfect car for you. And this car has an air condition, sunroof, low mileage. It's the best car we have here. It's for you. I said, great. How much? I bought it. I'm driving. I go there, and my friend tells me, what do you do? I said, this is a nice car. He said, this is a Pinto. I said, really? It's a Pinto. So I kept driving a Pinto because somebody made a decision for me to buy a Pinto. So I drive the Pinto every day from my home to school. On the highway, every time I see Pintos go by, I never miss them. I knew the Pinto, the red one with the bad muffler. I know the green one with the old lady. I mean, I knew all the Pintos. I challenged every Pinto if I could, to go by, and I always give them. I give them Pinto, who's in it, everything. When I finished, started a business, I bought a Mercedes. So I bought a Mercedes, I drive a Mercedes. I didn't see Pintos anymore. They disappeared. All I saw Mercedes. Now, where do you think these Mercedes were when I was sitting in a box of Pinto? Do you think they were hiding? Oh, the Pinto is coming here. Let us hide. Because I only wanted to see a Pinto. Now, when you drive a Mercedes, it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. Corporate America give you a job. And they keep you hooked on the benefit, on the job. And those few people who want to escape the system and escape the job, they go and say, we want to leave. We don't want jobs anymore. Corporate America invented a system for them. The system is, we sell you a job for $1 million. We sell you a job for $2 million. This job called franchise. You buy your own franchise, you work for us, but you have to pay us $1 million or $2 million for it. And then your business on you, you don't own your business. So what's the option here? You need to compare between this and other business opportunities. You need to compare between this and other companies. Here, for $400, you have your own business. If you don't have $400, I want to ask you a question. You don't have to answer. You know who you are, somewhere sitting there. I don't want to say the name. I'm just kidding. But if you don't have 400, what other option do you have? What you gonna do? I mean, I hear people, I say, well, I can't do this. I say, you need this more than the people who have the $400. I mean, what other option do you have? You don't have $400. What are you going to do to get $400? Keep staying broke, doing the same thing, getting the same result. A lot of people here are successful, came from another network marketing companies I see here. And some people, I sit with the gentleman last night, he said, I'm looking at it. I said, at what? He said, I'm looking at it. I said, look at me. We're sitting, I think, talking. I mean, I don't understand. Looking at what? People, when they don't know how to make decisions, they come up with creativity, answers with no logic. 90% of objection based on emotion. 10% based on logic. And any objection you hear doesn't make any sense. I mean, you could give me any objection. Is this multi-level? Answer a question with a question. Why? Have you done multi-level before? No. Okay, so what do you know about it? Well, I heard my neighbor, Kathy, bought some, shampoo and stuff. And she put it in her garage and she didn't sell it. She lost her money. I said, let me ask you a question. If you have a multi-million-dollar company, would you hire Kathy to run it for you? He said, no. I said, then why do you make a decision based on Kathy's decision? She likes to collect. I mean, why do you make a decision based on somebody else? And people make decisions just because. I mean, this is just an industry. It's a people business. It could be good. It could be bad. I mean, most of the people come and raise these questions without any common sense. Without any common sense. I had a security company in Chicago, and I used to have accounts in a bad neighborhood. I mean, people with guns all the